Hi, my name is Lexi. I am a speech-language pathologist, and I've been practicing for about 2 years. I have some videos some of you guys may have already watched from when I was in graduate school working on becoming an SLP. And over the last few months, I've had some people asking me different questions, and some of them are like the same questions. And so I thought I would make a couple of new videos to help with some areas that people are having questions about. So hopefully this can help you. Drop some information below on if it helped you or what would have helped more, or if you're having difficulty in other areas. So one of my friends asked me for some advice about stuttering. So I'm going to go over a few strategies with you today that you can use if you are stuttering. These can definitely be used for kids and adults. I try to gear my videos a little bit more toward the adult population because I think there's lots of videos that are geared toward the younger population. So if you're having trouble with stuttering and you're noticing some spikes in stuttering, so like maybe you weren't stuttering at all before and now you're having some new stuttering come up again, there's lots of things that can cause that, but stress is one of the really big things that can cause stuttering because stress creates lots of tension in your speech areas, and when you have lots of tension, it causes more stuttering. So most of these, all of these techniques that I'm going to show you work on relieving that tension, but in different ways. So the first one works on relieving it right there in the moment. And this is called, this is the pull out strategy. So when you're in the stutter, you're not going to restart your phrase for this one. You'll stay right there in the stutter and work through it. So here's your steps for this one. First, catch the stutter. That's the easy part because you know when you're stuttering. The second part is find where the tension is at. Is it in your lips? Is it in your tongue? Is it in your throat? Relax that area and finish your word. So just as an example, I will use the word bathtub as my stutter point. So if I'm speaking, I went home and I was getting ready to take a bath in the bathtub. So this one works on just in that moment working through the stutter. So I kind of think of that as the working through it method. You have to find the tension, relieve it, and ease into finishing that phrase. The second one is cancellation, and I think this one is really my favorite because when you catch yourself in the stutter, it's similar to the pull-out method, but in this one, you cancel and you start the phrase all over again, which to me gives you a little bit more time to kind of reset your articulators and makes it just a little bit easier to kind of move through the stutter because you have that time to kind of release the tension when you restart. So same thing, you pause when you get to the stutter, you think about where your tension is at. I usually encourage people to take a deep breath, relax it away, and then restart their sentence. I would love to go to the bar with you tonight. So that's the cancellation and doing some restarting there. The last one I want to teach you about is easy onset, and perhaps I should have started with easy onset because easy onset is kind of used a little bit in all of them. It's giving yourself this gentle start into a phrase or into words that you know you're going to struggle with. So for lots of people, they can kind of predict what words they're going to stutter on, and you can use an easy start on those words to help prevent that stutter from happening. And you probably noticed it a little bit when I did it, when I did the example of cancellation, when I said love. I kind of stretched out that beginning part to give it an easy start. That helps relieve the tension and it breaks up that stutter, because instead of now as soon as you start that stuttering, you're getting more and more tense and you're like, I'm in that stutter, what am I gonna do? I gotta get out of this. But when you ease into it, it's like getting into cold water. You're like, stretch it out, love to go to the bar with you this weekend. So those are 3 things that you can try. Hopefully they'll work for you. I really just like to encourage people to be open about their stuttering. Because lots of people, I know one of the biggest pet peeves among stutterers is when people try to jump in and finish for you. And people are trying to be helpful, right? But it's cringy because you're like, no, I'm trying to do this myself. And so being open about your stuttering allows you to have this open line of communication with like, hey, I am struggling with some stuttering right now. Please let me work through it on my own and don't cut me off even if you know what I'm going to say. People are trying to be helpful. Lots of times they don't know how to react. So this is a place where we can kind of provide some education to pay it forward and help other people who are having stuttering issues and want to be respected. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Hopefully this can help some people out there. Thanks.